baby told me with a sigh.
Hi Daniel, what are you doing?
I'm studying operating segment.
Operating statement?
Yes.
What's that?
It's a Malaysian financial reporting standard about operating segment. It applies to companies that are publicly traded. Basically, it requires them to disclose info about their segment, product, location, and major customers.
Oh, I see. How do they decide what counts as an operating segment?
An operating segment is any part of business that earn revenue and incurs expense, and whose performance is reviewed by the top management. Plus, it needs to have its own financial info available. But not every part of company is operating segment because like headquarters or sub-department is not a segment.
I got it. And just now you mentioned about CODM. What's that?
Oh, CODM is stand for Chief Operating Decision Maker. It's not a fixed job title, but more of a role. It's a person responsible for making a decision maker on how resource allocate and how segment are performing. Could be the CEO, COO, or even the board.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. If you ask me about example, for example, in Maybank, Datuk Khairul Saleh Ramli is the group president and CEO. As the CODM, he is responsible for reviewing the performance of a different segment like community in financial service, global banking, and insurance. He makes key decisions on how resources are allocated across those segments to drive the bank's overall strategy. And the second one is the Tenaga Nasional Berhad, PNB. The president and CEO is Dato' Indra IR Baharim. He acts as the CODM by overseeing the various business segments like generation, transmission, and distribution. His role involves assessing how each segment is performing and deciding where to invest or adjust resources to improve efficiency and meet national energy demand.
Hi AMNA, what's you working on?
Hi Damia, I'm just revising something for our topic. It's about segment reporting.
Segment reporting? I have heard about it before, but what it's really about?
It's when a company show how each part of the business is doing. Instead of just one total number, it breaks down by business type or by country.
Oh, like showing the inside of the company?
Exactly. Under Mfrs 8, companies must report two types of segment. First is business segment. It's based on the kind of work the company does, and the other one is geographical segment. It's about where the money is come from.
First, business segment reporting focus on the nature of product or services provided by the company. Each segment represents a major line of business. For example, SYUFIA Berhad is a Malaysian conglomerate that operates in various industries. In its annual report, it presents business segment for industrial, motor, healthcare, logistics, and others. As shown in the table, the industrial segment generates the highest revenue of RM 12,394 million and a profit before interest and tax of RM 1,278 million. This allows stakeholders to understand which segment contribute the most to the company's performance. Second, we have geographical segment reporting, which is based on where the company earns revenue and operates. For example, Genting Malaysia Berhad operates in the tourism and hospitality sector across different countries. It reports geographical segments for Malaysia, United Kingdom, United States, and others. From the data, Malaysia contributes the highest revenue of RM 4,193.4 million and adjusted earnings of RM 1,496.1 million. This shows that Genting relies heavily on domestic operations but also highlights the performance of its international ventures. In conclusion, segmental reporting under Mfrs 8 gives us better insight into how different parts of a business perform, whether by business activity or by region.
Hey Damia, have you heard about segmental reporting?
Not really. What's that about?
It's when companies show how different parts of their business are performing, like by segment or region.
Oh, so it's more detailed than just total profit.
Exactly. For example, SYUFIA shows results for industrial, motors, and other segments.
That sounds helpful for understanding the business better.
Now, let me explain further. Under MFRS 8 operating segments, companies are required to provide segmental reporting to help users understand the financial effects of different business activities and regions. There are two key benefits I want to highlight. One, better understanding of performance across business segments. Using SYUFIA's 2024 annual report as an example, industrial RM 15742 million revenue, RM 1125 million profit. This shows that industrial is the strongest segment, helping users which parts of the business are most profitable.
clearer assessment of geographic risks and opportunities. SYNDABI also reports revenue by region: China RM 9,110,000, Australia RM 8,570,000. From this, we know China is a key market and any economic or policy changes that could impact performance. It also shows areas with potential for growth. In conclusion, segmental reporting gives financial statements users more useful and transparent information to make better decisions.
Hi FAIQAH,
Hi Daniel,
what are you doing?
I'm currently reading accounting.
I see. When you talk about accounting, may I ask you what MFRS 134 is all about? Because I saw it mentioned in our accounting notes.
It's a standard for interim financial reporting, basically for preparing financial statement for a period shorter than a full year.
So it mainly for quarterly or half-year reports.
Exactly. It ensures stakeholders get timely and reliable financial info during the year.
Let me explain further. MFRS 134 helps provide financial reports more frequently, which is useful for investors, creditors, and regulators. It allows companies to submit either a full set or a condensed version of financial statements, but essential information must still be disclosed. The standard also requires consistent use of accounting policy from the annual financial statements. This ensures that reports are comparable across different periods. Most importantly, it promotes timely reporting, improving transparency and accountability.
Hi Damia, I'm working on our interim financial report. Do you remember what kind of events we are required to disclose under MFRS 134?
Yes, MFRS 134 requires us to disclose any significant events or transactions that have happened since the end of the last annual reporting period, especially if they could impact our financial position or performance.
Got it. Can you give me an example?
One example is if we had a major acquisition or restructuring. Let's say we acquire another company, this will affect on our asset, liabilities and even future income. So we need to report that in the internal financials.
That makes sense. What's another example?
A significant change in our financial instruments like issuing new bonds or entering into derivative contracts. This affect on our liabilities and risk exposure, so we need to explain the terms, conditions and the expected financial impact.
Guys, what are you studying today? Hi FAIQAH, I'm reading about the interim financial reporting. It's part of MFRS 134. Interim reporting, what does that mean?
It means the company report their financial performance during the year, not just at the end of the year, and usually every 3 or 6 months.
Oh, so they give updates a few times a year? Exactly. Company in Malaysia must send report every 3 months. The report show how the company is doing. Can you give me an example?
Sure. Top Glove is a good example. The financial year ends at 31 August.
For this part, I will explain the interim reporting period of a listed company in Malaysia by using the example of Top Glove Berhad, which has a financial year ending on 31st August. Interim reporting refers to financial report that cover a period shorter than a full financial year, usually then quarterly or half-yearly. Under Bursa Malaysia's listing requirement, all listed company must issue interim financial reports within 2 months after the end of each quarter. Let's look at the interim reporting period for Top Glove Quarter 2 financial report, ending 28 February 2025.
Let me briefly explain for each of these statements. First, the statement of financial position shows the company asset, liability, and equity as at 28 February 2025. It is compared with the financial position at the end of the last financial year, which is 31st August 2024. This helps the user see what has changed in the company financial standing. Next, the statement of profit or loss. Present the income and expense for 3 months period for 1st December 2024 to 28 February 2025. This is compared with the same quarter from the previous year to help them assess short-term profitability. Then, the statement of changes in equity shows how the company equity, including retained earnings and reserve, has changed over the first 6 months of the financial year. This helps identify any changes in capital structure. Lastly, the statement of cash flow shows the company cash inflow and outflow during the first half of the year. It helps us evaluate the company cash management and liquidity.
She was just a girl.
Like diamonds in the sky. Yeah, yeah, except for me.
Cause it's always a good time.